Today we're diving deep into one of the most versatile, pressure-heavy, and downright annoying decks you can play in Clash Royale. A deck that thrives on tempo control, counter-push punishment, and relentless lane pressure. This deck isn't about brainless spamming or praying your opponent misplays once. It's about forcing mistakes, controlling the rhythm of the match, and slowly suffocating your opponent until they simply can't keep up anymore. With Mega Knight as the backbone, Miner and Royal Hogs applying non-stop pressure, and an incredibly solid defensive core built around Valkyrie, Ice Wizard, Witch, and Bats, this deck rewards smart decision-making, patience, and timing more than almost anything else in the meta. From the very first second of the match, this deck demands respect. You're not rushing to drop Mega Knight at the bridge like an automaton, and you're not panic cycling spells hoping for chip damage. Instead, you're watching, reading your opponent, and setting your tone. Miner is your safest opening move. Especially when you're unsure what your opponent is playing. Minor chip damage might not seem like much early on, but over time it adds up. And more importantly, it forces reactions. Every response your opponent makes gives you information. And information is everything with this deck. Royal Hogs are your main pressure tool, and they're incredibly powerful when used correctly. The beauty of Royal Hogs in this deck is that they don't need full support to get value. Even forcing a fireball, or a heavy defensive commitment, is already a win. When you split Royal Hogs, you force awkward decisions. Do they defend both lanes equally? Do they overcommit to one side? Do they panic and leak elixir? Every one of those scenarios benefits you. And when Royal Hogs connect, even for a second or two, the damage is brutal. Mega Knight isn't just a tank hero, he's your punishment card. He exists to make your opponent regret overcommitting. Every time they stack units behind a tank, or try to overwhelm you with a bridge spam push, Mega Knight comes down like a meteor and flips the entire situation. The psychological pressure Mega Knight creates is massive. Once your opponent knows you have him, they hesitate. They second-guess their pushes. They stop stacking units, which weakens their offense and gives you control of the match. Valkyrie plays a quiet but crucial role in this deck. She's your ground control queen, shredding through swarms, shutting down support units, and providing incredible value in defense. Against decks that rely on ground swarms or medium health units, Valkyrie feels unfair. Drop her in the right spot, and she cleans everything while barely losing health. Pair her with Bats or Ice Wizard, and suddenly your defense turns into a counter-punch that your opponent is forced to answer. Ice Wizard is the glue that holds your defense together. The slowing effect changes everything. Fast pushes become manageable.
Let's steal the show. You want to win a crown for real?